Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Divinely You. My name is Jennifer and today I wanted to share with you a contouring video that is more for beginners. And I just wanted to say I tried my best to keep it as short as possible because I wanted you to feel that you could learn something new without having to spend 20 or 30 minutes to do it. So we're going to jump right in as soon as I share this quote with you by St. Jerome. And he says, "Good, better, best, never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best." I loved that quote because I just feel that it is important to keep trying to improve on ourselves and to just keep trying to do better. But I also know that it does take patience with ourselves because we are imperfect and we're going to make mistakes, and sometimes we'll fall back into those old habits. But I know that when we do our best to continue to improve, that we will be able to get there. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, you may have noticed that I have brought the camera a little bit closer, and I just wanted you to really be able to see what I'm going to do today. But I am going to point out that I already did the highlight portion, or because I feel that I have kind of covered that a little bit when I did the foundation tutorial. So if you want to check that out, I will link that in the description box below. But we're just going to jump right into contouring, and I just really wanted to show you how I'm going to do it with this Kokie palette right here. And the reason I'm going to do it with this one is because I felt like it's kind of the middle of the road price wise, and it has more colors to choose from. And so I'm going to start out with this color right here, and I just think that this has a nice grayish undertone, and that makes it so that you create the shadow on your face. Now, I will tell you I did bronze up the skin just a little bit. I bronzed up my face by taking it along the cheekbones and just around the perimeters of my face. And I do that first because I want to make my skin look sun-kissed, but to me, contouring is a different thing altogether because what you're really trying to do is carve out underneath your cheekbone rather than having a color sit on the top of your cheekbone, which is what the bronzer is mostly doing. So I'm taking this color here and I'm just going to kind of drag it along the bottom of my cheekbone. And if you have heard a lot of people say to suck in your cheeks like this, yes, that can help you see your cheekbones, but don't follow in that line or else you'll end up having your contour going too low and angled too much. So you really just want to find out exactly where your cheekbone is and just really follow that underneath there. So as you can see, that is a kind of a harsh line, and so then you just want to take it and brush it up so that it just blends right in to your bronzer. Now, another option is if you want to contour first and then bronze on top of it, then that is also another way to do it, and that helps to blend it together as well. Before we move on to the jawline, I just want to mention that you need to be a little bit careful when you do this step because you don't want it to look like you have a 5 o'clock shadow. So what I do is I actually take the edge of my brush and I just take it in that color, and then I very carefully take it along the edge of my jawline. But you want to make sure that you don't actually get it to this surface right here, but it stays down here. And if you accidentally get it a little bit too dark, then you can just go back in and brush it out. And you can even bring it a little bit down the neck if you feel like you need to do that. And I'm just going to take the excess and bring it down my chin right here because I don't want it to be super dark right there. And then I'll go ahead and go back in and do the other side. Now we are going to move on to contouring the nose. So again, I'm just going into the same shade as before. And this one I'm going to just take just inside the bump that I have on my nose. And honestly, I'm not going to do a whole lot of color the rest of the way, just because I don't want it to look like my nose is way longer. And if you have a shorter nose, you can take it and extend it downward, down your nose to make your nose look longer, but it just depends on the nose shape that you have. And again, doing it on the other side and taking it just inside of that little notch that I have from breaking my nose when I was a kid in grade school. And then I am going to actually put some contouring on the end of my nose, because again, this will help to shorten the look of your nose. And if you have a longer nose, I suggest doing that. If you feel that you have a short nose, then skip that part and highlight the tip of your nose at the very tip instead of like on the top, and that will help your nose look longer. Alright, we have finished contouring the nose, and now we're just going to take a fluffy brush and we're just going to take this along the sides of the nose, and this is a clean brush, it doesn't have anything on it. And I'm just basically trying to brush away the color just a little bit so that it doesn't look super harsh. And just so that you're aware, when I brush this away, it actually makes my nose turn a little bit red. So it's going to make it look a little bit more dramatic than it will once my nose settles down. But I have a deviated septum, so it likes to turn red on me, and that's okay. It's just part of who I am. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope you found it helpful, and also I want to hear from you guys. Let me know if you like this shorter style of video by commenting down below, and also make sure that if you have subscribed to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will see you next time. Bye!